Can a muscle car be a zero-emissions beast? Dodge says yes. According to Dodge's own press release, the new Charger Daytona is the world's first and only electric muscle car. And the number that made me blink? Up to 670 horsepower with an estimated 0 to 60 in about 3.3 seconds. That's serious speed, with no gas. I'm Morgan Lane, and you're watching Recall Roadmap with Morgan. I've been digging through Dodge's official info and expert reports so you don't have to. My job is to sift the hype from the facts and keep you safe and informed. Today I'm giving you 5 must-know facts about the 2025 Charger EV. Range, charging, performance, safety, and warranty. Plus a couple bonus nuggets car fans will love. We'll keep it quick, clear, and real. I'll point out where numbers are estimated and where they're already confirmed. Short version. Dodge brought the Charger into the EV age without losing the muscle attitude. Long version. Stick with me for the exact stats you can share at the next Cars and Coffee. If you like simple, straight answers, tap like to help more drivers find this. Alright, let's kick off with what's actually new in the lineup and why this debut matters. Then we'll hit when you can buy one, the range, and the rest. Let's roll. Why trust me to explain an electric muscle car? Fair question. I'm Morgan Lane, a certified automotive safety specialist and technical investigator. I've spent years in dealership bays and with independent safety teams working recall cases and digging into manufacturer data. My lane is simple. I take complex car tech and break it down so you can make smart choices. No scare stuff, no fluff, just facts you can use. I've been following the new Charger EV from its first hints. I combed through Dodge's press kit and cross-checked with trusted testers, so what you hear today is the best current info. I'm a muscle car fan too, so I get the worry. Will it still feel like a Charger? We'll get into that. I want this to be clear and quick because buyers like you don't have time to read dozens of articles. If you're EV curious or even EV skeptical, stick with me. I'll keep it calm, fair, and straight. I'll also flag what's estimated and what's confirmed, so you know exactly where things stand. Ready? First up is the big headline, the electric Charger's official debut and what's under the hood, or battery cover. Number 1, the electric debut. On March 5th, 2024, Dodge pulled the cover off the Charger Daytona EV and called it the world's first and only electric muscle car. That's a big line in the sand. This isn't a concept for some far future, it's a real model with real specs. 2 trims kick it off. The Charger Daytona RT at a stout 496 horsepower, and the Charger Daytona Scat Pack at a wild 670 horsepower. All-wheel drive comes standard, so power goes to the ground. Dodge is targeting about 3.3 seconds to 60 mph on the Scat Pack. That's supercar quick, and it's right in the Charger's wheelhouse, only now it's fully electric. As a safety-first guy, I love that EV power is instant and predictable. You press, it goes, and there's no lag. But I also care about control and braking, and we'll get to that with the chassis and modes later. For now, this debut matters because it shows muscle and modern tech can live together. Same attitude. New heartbeat. If you're wondering when you can actually get one, don't worry. We're about to talk timing and build plans. Then we'll hit the range numbers. Number 2, release timeline and availability. Here's the simple roadmap. 2-door Charger Daytona EV models start production in mid-2024. Then, in early 2025, Q1, Dodge brings the 4-door Charger EV sedan online and also launches new gas-powered Charger 6-pack models. It's a multi-energy lineup, EV for those ready to plug in, gas for those who aren't there yet. All of these are built in Windsor, Ontario. Think of it as a staged rollout. First you'll see the coupe, then the sedan, then the broader mix. So if you're set on a 4-door EV, your window is likely early 2025. If you're eyeing the 2-door, watch dealer lists sooner. From a buyer's view, this is nice because you can plan. Do you want to be an early adopter in a coupe or wait for the sedan's extra doors and likely broader inventory? Either way, the clock is moving. I'm keeping an eye on delivery timing as orders open and shipments roll. Next up, the question everyone asks first with any EV. How far will it go on a full charge? Let's talk range. Number 3, range. Dodge says the Charger Daytona RT is expected to deliver over 317 miles on a charge, while the higher performance Scat Pack aims around 260 miles. Independent estimates line up close, roughly 308 miles for the RT and about 241 for the Scat, depending on final EPA ratings. Your real-world range will vary with speed, temperature, and driving style, just like gas mileage does. But here's the headline. The base EV Charger clears the 300-mile mark, and even the hot Scat Pack lands in the mid-200s. That's road trip friendly. Think LA to Vegas with juice to spare, or a week of commuting without plugging in every night. As a practical owner tip, I always plan a buffer of 10-15% for weather and hills. Do that, and you'll still feel comfortable on longer runs. Direct question for you, is 263,117 miles enough for your life? What number would make you say, yep, I'm in? Tell me in the comments. I'm curious how you drive. Alright, range is good, but time is priceless. So how long will it take to add miles when you do stop? That's next. Fast charging at home and on the road. Number 4, fast charging. On a high-power DC fast charger, Dodge says the Charger EV goes from 20% to 80% in about 27 minutes. At a 350 kWh station, the RT can add roughly 9.9 miles of range per minute, and the Scat Pack about 8.1 miles per minute, depending on conditions. Peak charge power is around 183 kWh, which is strong. Translation: take a lunch break and you've put serious miles back in the pack. At home, the onboard Level 2 charger supports about 11 kWh, so an overnight top-up is easy if you have a 240-volt setup. Dodge's free 2-move charge program also helps with public charging access and credits, which eases your first months of ownership. As a safety note, the car manages battery temps and charging rates to protect the pack. You just plug in, watch the numbers climb, and go. If you're new here and you like clear car facts with no fluff, hit subscribe for more weekly breakdowns like this. Next, let's move from electrons to excitement. Horsepower, 0 60 and quarter-mile times. Does the EV Charger punch like a classic? Let's see how hard it hits. Number 5, acceleration and power. The Charger Daytona Scat Pack brings a massive 670 horsepower and is targeting about 3.3 seconds 0 to 60. Quarter mile? Dodge is talking roughly 11.5 seconds. The RT is no slouch either at 496 horsepower. All-wheel drive is standard, so launches should be clean and quick. EV torque is instant. You lean into the pedal and it just goes. That's why this car feels like a rocket with room for friends. If you remember the wild days of Hemi Hellcats, this is right there, on par with, and in some cases quicker than, the old legends, but without the gas. From my safety hat, respect that power. Use launch control on a closed course and leave space on the street. The good news is the control systems are smart, and the brake hardware is serious, so you have tools to keep it tidy. Still, the grin factor is real. Now, speed is great, but soul matters too. Does it sound and feel like a Charger? Dodge built some wild features to keep the vibe alive. Let's talk the Fratzonic soundtrack and the stunt modes next. Number 6, Muscle Car Soul. Silent EV? Not this one. Dodge created a Fratzonic chambered exhaust, basically a tuned EV sound system with a physical chamber, that pumps out what they call Hellcat levels of sound intensity. It's bold, it's loud, and it turns heads like a V8. Inside, mood lighting reacts to your drive, so the cabin feels alive, not sterile. For playtime on a safe, closed course, you get donut mode and drift mode. The car adjusts power and brake bias so you can spin or slide in a controlled way. There's also a one-touch power shot button that gives a 40 horsepower boost for 15 seconds. Perfect for a quick pass. Hardware backs it up. Big 20-inch wheels, sticky performance tires, Brembo brakes with larger rotors, and that R-wing front design to help with downforce. I'm glad Dodge kept the theater. It's the Charger attitude, just with batteries. Use the party tricks where it's safe, and enjoy the growl. Power-handled. Sound-handled. Now let's look at something close to my heart. The advanced safety tech that comes standard on this EV muscle machine. Number 7. Advanced safety. Dodge equips the Charger EV with a full suite of standard driver assist features, the most advanced set I've seen on a muscle car. You get forward collision warning and automatic emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection. Active lane management helps keep you centered. There's a rear camera, occupant sensing, automated high beams, and more. Available options push toward Level 2 hands-free highway assist, combining lane centering with adaptive cruise on approved roads. As a safety investigator, this is what I like to see. Big power paired with smart protection. These systems don't replace a careful driver, but they do watch the edges, helping with blind spots, sudden stops, and nighttime lighting. If you're stepping out of an older gas charger, you'll feel the upgrade the first time the car nudges you back into the lane or brakes for a surprise pedestrian. It's confidence you can feel day one. We've covered the fun. We've covered the safeguards. Now what happens if something goes wrong down the road? Let's talk warranty and how Dodge backs up this new tech long-term. Number 8. Warranty coverage. The Charger EV carries a 3-year, 36,000-mile limited warranty, your basic bumper-to-bumper coverage. Dodge hasn't detailed the separate battery warranty yet, but most EV makers, including Stellantis brands, typically offer around 8 years or 100,000 miles on the battery pack. I expect something in that neighborhood here. That long battery coverage is key because it protects the most expensive part of an EV. I also expect the usual support, roadside assistance and service plans, like we see on other performance and EV models from the group. From my side of the fence, strong coverage helps first-time EV owners relax. You're not guessing about the pack or the power electronics. If anything changes or Dodge announces special EV perks, I'll update you. Quick recap of this point. Standard new car warranty and likely the long battery protection. That matches the market and should keep total cost of ownership predictable. We're almost done, but let's pull it all together. Range, charging, power, the fun stuff, the safety, and the coverage. So you can decide if this EV muscle car fits your life. So what does all this add up to? In short, a real muscle car experience with modern EV strengths. We covered the big stuff. Over 300 miles of range on the RT, about 27 minutes from 20% to 80% on a fast charger, a wild 670 horsepower Scat Pack with an estimated 3.3 second 0-60 and roughly 11.5 in the quarter, the Fratzonic sound and stunt modes for theater, advanced safety tech standard, and a 3-year 36,000-mile warranty with likely long battery coverage. I combed through Dodge's announcements and the best early testing info to bring you the clean facts, no fluff. If you learned something today, please subscribe for more weekly breakdowns and buyer-friendly guides. And thank you for watching Recall Roadmap with Morgan. Final question for you. Would you switch from gas to this electric charger or keep the old school rumble? Why or why not? Your answer helps steer what I dig into next. Drop your take below, share this with a fellow car fan, and hit like so more drivers see it. Thanks for watching, drive safe, and I'll see you in the next one.